Hey there! Please subscribe to my channel for more stories like this. My name is Sarah. I'm 31, the eldest daughter, the one who keeps the peace and sorts out messes. In my family, being valuable means staying quiet. If someone shatters something, I'm the one to mend it. If someone's in tears, I'm the one footing the bill. My sister, Emily, has 4 kids who orbit her like stars. If she sniffles, they cheer. If I'm hurting, they shrug, you'll cope. At my wedding, Mom's smile felt like a benediction. Then she announced, "We're giving the apartment your in-laws gifted you to Emily." Emily chuckled. "Chill. It's just a place to crash." Dad chimed in, "She's got 4 kids. Act your age." The room went still, forks suspended. Ethan didn't shout. He drew a line. That was when something in me finally stood tall. If you've ever had to pick peace over guilt, share your story in the comments. Part 2. The weight of being the anchor. Love in our house came with receipts, not warmth, but duties. When something broke, Dad sighed, "Sarah's got this." When Emily sobbed, Mom dialed me to handle it. When I cried, she'd say, "You're tougher than that." Strength wasn't praise, it was a job description. We were always 12 days late on bills, a year behind on dreams. Yet Emily always had new outfits, and Mom called it fairness. I was the dependable one, which meant the unseen one. Saying no was attitude. Asking for space was disrespect. Every boundary sparked a family summit. By 16, I was watching Emily's kids. By 18, I was covering her phone bill. By 22, I was sending cash for crises that stretched on for years. Dad called it family. Mom called it love. I called it bone-deep fatigue. "You're never home anyway," they'd say. That line trailed me through college, rent, missed birthdays, because I was too busy fixing their chaos. The more I gave, the smaller I became. The quieter I got, the more they called it harmony. But peace shouldn't feel like vanishing. It shouldn't sound like silence masquerading as love. It wasn't peace, it was upkeep, and I held the tools. Every family has roles. Mine was fixer, not daughter. Part 3. The stillness before the boundary. Adulthood became a checklist that finally closed. Wake early, jog, coffee, work, breathe. Routine kept the old chaos at bay, or so I thought. Then I met Ethan. His laugh lit up his whole face. He asked questions, not favors. He carried snacks in case you forgot to eat. His parents ran a bakery, bickering over flour like it was a surgical tool. They gave without tallying. When they offered us an apartment, my chest felt lighter. 2 rooms, a small balcony for 2 cozy chairs, a door that locked from within. We hadn't signed yet. They said, "Only if you both agree, no strings attached." I shared the news at Sunday dinner. Mom's smile was polished, perfumed. "That's sweet," she said, "and practical. Emily can use it when you're away." "It's ours," I said softly. "You're never home anyway," she replied, her words soft but sharp. Emily treated it like shared property, asking for the visitor pass code, saying it'd help with school runs. She requested keys for emergencies, shared a Pinterest board with balcony decor, hanging chairs, herb patches, tagging me with heart emojis. When I said we hadn't signed, she sent laughing emojis. "Details," she texted. "Be a team player." The week before the wedding, she called 12 times. "Can the lease be in my name for tax reasons?" Her tone made taking sound like collaboration. "No, absolutely not," I said. She sighed like I'd slammed a gate. "You're never home anyway," she repeated. Dad texted, "A good sister helps." I'd become a good sister by fading away, a role that served everyone but me. Ethan saw my shoulders tense. He touched my arm, steady. "We can say no," he said, without apologizing. I rehearsed in the mirror, "No, not this time." Our home, our keys. The night before the wedding, I stared at the balcony photo. 2 chairs, close enough to feel like ours. Mom texted the group chat. Apartment plan post-ceremony. No question, just certainty in text. My chest tightened like old knots. I flipped my phone over. Ethan handed me a pastry. "Eat," he said gently. "Tomorrow we pick the door." I slept, then didn't. Morning arrived, draped in peace and schedules. I ironed a dress that didn't need it, breathed like I was bracing for a storm, planned what I could control. Seating, forks, Exit song. Farewells. I forgot entitlement doesn't follow a script. Part 4. When family comes with a cost. Cinnamon scented the air. Kids ran with napkin capes. I almost felt safe. Mom approached, her smile announcing news. Dad loomed, arms crossed like a full stop. Emily drifted near, already giggling. We're giving the apartment to Emily, Mom said, sugar sweet. My mind stalled. Forks froze. Ethan's hand gripped mine. Emily tossed her hair. Relax, it's just a place to sleep. Dad landed the blow she's got for kids. Grow up. That phrase had haunted our home for years, sneaking into holidays, crises, everything. Today, it marched down the aisle. Instinct kicked in, smile, smooth it over, say we'll discuss later. Fix it quietly, bleed privately. Ethan moved first. He slipped off his ring, deliberate, not theatrical, and placed it by the coffee urn. Before we sign anything, he said, calm, we're clear on who decides our home. The room tilted. Mom's smile didn't waver. Sweetheart, you're new here, she told him. You don't get how we support each other. I get it, Ethan replied. I've seen Sarah give up weekends, paycheck sleep. I've seen her erased because she's reliable. Emily rolled her eyes. God, it's just a place. Stop the drama. My voice broke through. It's not your place, I said. It's ours. Dad leaned in, voice low. Watch how you talk to your mother. I breathed past the familiar choke. I'm addressing the plan, not her, I said. The answer's no. Mom's eyes narrowed. After all we've done for you. We're not opening a ledger today, Ethan said. This is about boundaries. Emily's laugh was sharp. So selfish, she said. For kids, Sarah. I know their names, I said quietly. I won't bankroll your emergencies by default. Mom's voice turned to honeyed steel. You think you'll keep him acting like this? Women who split families don't last. Ethan didn't flinch. She's not splitting anything, he said. She's stopping a drain. Silence spread. I held the ring, pressed it into my palm, faced the people I'd pacified for years. My home isn't a shared resource, I said. My no isn't cruelty. It's adulthood. Dad muttered, grow up again. I just did, I replied. Mom rallied. We'll sort paperwork Monday, she said. It's best for everyone. For you, Ethan said. Not us. We returned to our table, just a couple again. Cake tasted like air. Across the room, my parents rallied relatives, one call at a time. Emily typed, thumbs flying. But the air held our words, our home, our choice. My voice refused to fade. I didn't storm out or yell. Those aren't my style. I stood firm in the choice, felt a lock turn, heard a door shut. That day ended the talk, not the battle. Part 5. The Reckoning and the Door. After the wedding, my phone buzzed like a siren. Missed calls, group chats, demands cloaked as love. Dad, family meeting. 4 o'clock, don't be late. Emily, a photo of the kids. If you love us, show it. At noon, we signed with the notary. 18 minutes, lemon-scented air. A manila envelope holding a future. At 1:58, we pulled up to my parents' house. Together, Ethan said. Together, I echoed. Inside felt like a courtroom. Mom on the couch, Dad rigid, Emily with a notebook, TV muted. On the fridge, my handwriting listed tasks. Sarah, call utility. Fix sink. Check Emily's car. Mom spoke first. Let's make this quick. Give Emily the apartment for a year. We'll reassess later. You're never home anyway. No, I said. Dad stiffened. Don't talk to your mother like that. I'm talking to the plan, I said. The answer's no. Emily jumped in. Alternative. Pay us $100 below market. And tax. The kids need stability. I'm their aunt, I said, not a revenue stream. Ethan's voice was soft but firm. We're not bargaining over our home. Mom's smile fractured. You think you'll keep him like this? Women who break families don't last. She's not breaking anything, Ethan said. She's ending a withdrawal. Dad snapped. If your sister's stranded, that's on you. She won't be, I said. She has you. She has options. Emily's eyes welled. You don't get how hard it is. I do, I said. I've been funding hard for years. Silence fell like ash. Mom stood. If you walk out, you're not family. If that's your rule, I said, okay. I love you. We're going home. We left with the envelope. The air outside felt raw honest. In our building, the stairwell hummed. 2 rooms, a tiny balcony, a future on wood floors. I placed the keys in a drawer, a habit to keep them safe. Days later, texts came. Health scares, crying kids, posts about fair weather family. I replied once, I love you. Not discussing our apartment. Saturday brought a familiar knock. Too quick, too sure. Sarah, mom called. Open up. Emily, the kids need the bathroom. We didn't move. We texted, please don't come uninvited. We're not home. A lie, a boundary. I stood steady, no apologies. Ethan made pancakes. We ate slowly. The phone buzzed face down. On our door, we pinned a note. Do we want this? A ritual for every yes. I exhaled, heard the room. Not cheers, not alarms, just a Tuesday settling in. The breaking point wasn't a crash. It was a latch clicking. Part 6, the quiet that holds. The phone grew quieter, not silent. Guilt came like clouds. I learned not to linger in the storm. We built a rhythm that didn't demand apologies. Coffee at 6:15. Jog if it was dry. Eggs if it rained. We bickered over a creaky faucet, then laughed. We oversalted pasta, then ate every bite. We named the balcony plant maybe. Maybe it thrives, maybe it doesn't. The note stayed on our door. Do we want this? A space to breathe. Sundays, I called my nieces for 20 minutes. If they didn't pick up, I tried again. Love stopped being a pursuit. At the store, I saw Mom, smaller than memory. Her hands gripped the cart like it might drift. Are you happy? She asked, cautious, not cruel. I'm honest, I said. You're not the daughter I raised, she murmured. I know, I said. I finally grew up. We stood in the refrigerator hum, no trial, no chorus, just 2 women learning new words. I don't want vengeance. I want closure, love without invoices, a home that isn't a debt. Back at the apartment, the lock clicked, ordinary and sacred. Ethan set down oranges, kissed my forehead like a comma. The room smelled of quiet and citrus. I placed 2 chairs on the balcony, no spare key left out. I believed the door could stay closed. If your family ever called boundaries betrayal, you're not alone. Share how you found peace to help someone else find theirs. It wasn't vengeance. It was a Tuesday where no one owns you.